Good afternoon. Today is Monday, February the 26th. My name is Judge Esparza. We have some writ hearings scheduled for this afternoon. These hearings are being broadcast live on YouTube for family members who cannot attend the hearing or wants to watch the proceedings. We are proceeding without a court reporter today. If you are requesting a court reporter for your hearing, your case will be reset. If I don't have any objections, we will proceed without the court reporter today. Not hearing any objections, we will proceed. First case I'm going to call is C0825-24-E, State of Texas versus Christian Ray Valdez. Mr. Valdez is present in the courtroom. You speak English, sir?
Yes, sir.
He is English speaking. He is present in the courtroom. Mr. Aguirre, the public defender's case. This is your motion. I believe you had an agreement.
Yes, Your Honor. It should be in your queue. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Yes, sir. It was signed earlier this afternoon. It was filed. I don't know if it's made it to your queue. It is an agreed $5,000 PR bond for Annalise De Leon or De Leon Vargas.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, speak louder. State your name, please.
Cristian Ray Valdez.
Mr. Valdez, your attorney and the state have agreed to let you out on a $5,000 PR bond, just your signature. It's just to get you out of jail. You're still going to have to show up at a later date at the courthouse to take care of this matter. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Stay in contact with your attorney. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
What city do you live in?
Westport.
Who do you live with?
My grandma.
How old are you?
23.
I'm going to order random UAs through probation, which means probation will contact you periodically to go in, get drug tested. You make sure you show up, make sure you're clean. If you're not, if you don't show up, if you come back dirty, we're going to have a hearing to see why we shouldn't put you back in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
No drugs, no alcohol. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir. Have a seat. Thank you, Mr. Aida.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
This case we're going to call is C0775-24-A, State of Texas versus John Michael Reyes. Mr. Reyes is present in the courtroom. You speak English, Mr. Reyes?
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. He is English speaking. Mr. Hernandez, this is your motion. And I'm not sure if you're aware, but he does have a motion to revoke out of the, let's see, out of the 93rd in CR 2230-18B, which when I checked this morning, it's set for the 28th, Wednesday. He also has an arraignment scheduled on that day in CR 5773-23-B on a DWI, also a DWI case. I'm not sure if you were aware of those or not. This is your motion, sir. You may proceed.
Judge, I do represent him on those cases in the 93rd. We had been before Judge Mancias before on the motion to revoke. Judge Mancias gave my client a bond on the motion to revoke with conditions and had reset the MTR. He was aware that this case at that time was still pending an intake. It hadn't been indicted. It's still pending this case, Judge, and intake. It hasn't been indicted yet before the 93rd as well. So I know that we're coming up for court on Wednesday. I had told Judge Mancias that if we were getting closer to our upcoming court settings and if the new charge had not been indicted, then I would file a writ. And since Judge Mancias doesn't have jurisdiction over this bond yet until he gets indicted. So that's why I filed this, Your Honor. This case here, it's a state jail possession, less than 1 gram. The bond was set at $5,000 cash or surety. I am appointed to represent Mr. Reyes so his income is limited, Your Honor. I did reach out to Ms. De Leon about this, and she did advise me that due to the pending cases in the 93rd and the bond being at 5,000, that the state would not agree to any further reductions.
Okay. What are you asking?
He also has a misdemeanor, Judge, that I filed a bond reduction in County Court 4, but I've held off on setting that for hearing until we had this writ hearing today and the hearing on Wednesday, the 93rd. But on this case, Judge, it's 5,000. I wanted to see if, I believe my client's family may be able to come up with a little bit of money because they will have to post a misdemeanor bond as well. So I wanted to see if the court would consider a $2,000 cash or surety on this case.
How much?
2,000 cash or surety.
Okay. OJ?
Judge, as Mr. Hernandez already stated, we would be opposed to any bond reduction. The defendant was out on bond for a felony, is on probation for a felony, continues to reoffend, continues to pick up felonies. We feel that the bond is reasonable as $5,000 cash surety as set.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned too, because he's on probation for a felony DWI. He picked up another DWI, I think in December. And then back in September, and then he picked up this charge, another felony possession charge. It's a state jail felony. I'm going to deny any bond reduction at this time, Mr. Hernandez. You are scheduled on Wednesday on the two new cases. If CS chooses to give him a bond or lower the bond, he can do so at that time on the Rebel and the new case. He's out on bond on that new DWI, right?
Yes, Your Honor. He was out on bond on that case. So this case is the misdemeanor are the only things that are holding him in custody right now.
Has a verification been filed on that other DWI? No.
I don't believe so,
Not that I
Judge.
see, Judge.
So he already had been out on bond on those. So that was part of the reason why I had filed this writ and the bond reduction request in County Court 4 and the misdemeanor. That, as far as I can tell, these are the only things that are holding him in custody. I believe Judge Mancias had put a mobile device and AIP previously as conditions on the felony MTR.
Raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
State your name for the record, please.
John Michael Graves.
Do you have an interlock device or a mobile device?
Yes, Your Honor.
When did you purchase it?
I was gonna purchase it the day I got arrested for this.
Put your hand down.
For this new charge, Your Honor. I was very gonna go get it.
So you don't have it?
No, I was very gonna go there with.
My question is, do you have it?
No, sir.
Okay, that was ordered back in October, and here we are in February. He was arrested. He's been in jail for 57 days. But I mean, he had November, December, and he didn't get it done. He didn't comply with the order of release that time. Yeah,
Permission to speak, Your Honor?
no, sir. You speak to your attorney. I'm going to go ahead and deny the request at this time. You can bring it up with Judge Macias. He was ordered an interlock device back in October. November, he didn't get it. December, he didn't get it. He was arrested in January, or actually December 31st, but he's had 2 months to purchase it, and he didn't do it. Quiet, sir, quiet. You can speak for your attorney. I suggest you not say anything. So I'm going to go ahead and deny any relief at this time.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Understood.
All right, thank you, Lloyd.
Thank you. May we be?
Yes, sir. The next case I'm going to call is C 0827-24-I, State of Texas versus Nevaeh Angeli Gonzalez. Ms. Gonzalez, you speak English?
Yes, Your Honor.
She's present in the courtroom. She is English speaking. Mr. Cantia, you were appointed on this case?
Yes, Your Honor, I was appointed on one, and Mr. Oscar Alvarez is retained on the other ones. He couldn't be here today, so he wanted me to urge his motions as well.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure, because he had been calling the office since last week. And I wasn't sure, I saw you had been appointed. I didn't know what case he was on. So you're on the one from, she was arrested in Donna, right?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm on the theft case.
Okay. All right, it's your motion. You may proceed, sir.
Yes, Your Honor, at this time, my client is indigent. I've been appointed by the Indigent Defense System. She is an American citizen. She has ties to the community. She's not a flight risk. These are nonviolent crimes, Your Honor. She is also on PR bonds out of the federal system. She has federal cases pending, Your Honor, and she's on PR bonds on those. So at this time, because she's on PR bonds on those, we're respectfully requesting PR bonds so that way she can be.
OJ,
Your Honor, the state's recommending a reduction of 15,000 cash surety.
I understand she still has a hold from Brownsville.
That is correct. Your
Gotcha.
That's a
Okay.
case that Mr. Alvarez will be representing her in. And it's my understanding that as soon as she gets it, that they'll be going over there to request the bonds of as well. I believe they've already set, but we're still requesting that they be reduced.
Raise your right hand, please. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Please state your name.
Olivia Gonzalez.
A little louder, please.
Olivia Gonzalez.
How old are you, man?
18.
Where do you live?
I didn't know.
Who do you live with?
My grandma.
Are you in high school?
No,
Did you graduate from high school?
no.
You have a job?
Right now, no.
You're not going to school, you don't have a job. What's the bond currently set on this case? 25,000?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll go ahead and reduce it to $5,000 cash surety. Random UAs through probation. No drugs, no alcohol. We'll order a curfew. 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. Probation will contact you if you make bond. Go in periodically to drug test. If you come back positive for drugs or alcohol, we're gonna have a hearing, see why we shouldn't put you back in jail. If you don't show up, we're gonna have a hearing to see why you shouldn't put you back in jail. Do you understand? You're gonna have a curfew. You can't be out of the house past 8 p.m. or before 7 a.m. in the morning, 7 days a week. Do you understand that? Unless you have a job. If you have a job, you notify probation of where you're working and your schedule. Do you understand that? I'm only going to address the Donna case at this time, Mr. Cache, because I don't have the other case before me. I know Mr. Alvarez had filed something. I did have some contact with Brownsville, and they were supposed to provide some other information. I've not received anything yet, so I'm not going to address that one at this time.
That's fine, Your Honor.
All right. That'll be the judgment of the court. Bond will be reduced to $5,000 cash surety, random UAs, curfew 8 p.m. to 7 a.m. Good luck to you, ma'am. Have a seat.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Cache.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The next case we're going to call is C 0866-24-I, State of Texas versus Jesse Colette. You speak English, Mr. Colette?
Yes, sir.
Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Colette is present in the courtroom. He is English speaking. Mrs. Gutierrez, this is your motion. You may proceed.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Lily Gutierrez on behalf of Mr. Colette. This is a charge of robbery, Your Honor. He does have a bond, current bond at $100,000. I don't have the specifics of what transpired that led to this charge. I will tell the court that Mr. Colette, I'm appointed, Mr. Colette is considered indigent. And so he does not, his family does not have the funds to get him out at this bond amount. And so he's a United States citizen. He does have the support system of his family who right before he was arrested, and he was arrested on a warrant. I don't believe that he picked up any new offense at the time that he was arrested for this offense. His family was trying to get him to go work with his brothers / uncles. He was raised by his grandmother in Austin. And so that might still be the plan. I'm not sure. Obviously, the bond amount is very high. We're asking for consideration, Your Honor, maybe 5,000 cash surety. He does have a pending case. It's a theft. And on that one, he has a 2,000 cash surety bond that he was able to make. So we're asking for 5,000 cash surety.
Lily, he had a case set on Friday on CR 0359-24-F out of the 332nd for arraignment. Did they revoke his bond at that time, or what happened there?
No, Your Honor, that was not requested by the state. So as far as we know, that he still has that bond. I don't believe there's a verification of incarceration. However, if there is one filed, his family will take that up with the bondsman at the time if they're able to get him out with this bond, unless of course we have to go back to court, which I'd have to check. I don't believe that the bondsman has filed a verification of incarceration. I could be wrong.
Okay.
That's correct,
Would you-
Judge. That's correct,
Okay.
Judge. No verification has been filed. And we would be in agreement, Judge, with the bond being reduced to 25,000 cash surety. We would be okay with that.
Okay. And you said there's another theft charge still pending. Is it a felony or a misdemeanor?
That's the case that he went to court on Friday. So it is a felony.
Oh, okay, but there's not another one out there, you're saying?
No.
Raise your right hand, sir. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
State your name, please.
Jesse Enrique Colette,
How old are you, sir?
17.
You in high school?
Yes, sir.
What school do you go to?
Westlaco High School.
You a senior?
No, sir. A junior.
And 4199. And I think that's it.
What city do you live in?
I live in Westlaco.
You live with who?
My grandma.
We'll go ahead and reduce the bond from its current setting. $100,000 cash surety. We'll reduce it to $10,000 cash surety. Random UAs through probation. Also gonna set a curfew. 8 p.m. to 7 a.m., 7 days a week. Probation will contact you if you make bond periodically to go in and get tested. No drugs, no alcohol, okay? Until I tell you otherwise or until another judge tells you otherwise. If you don't show up or you show up and you're positive for drugs or alcohol, we're gonna have a hearing to see why your bond shouldn't be revoked and you sent back to jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
He may be taken out of school because of this charge, Lily. I want to make sure he's enrolled in whatever programs are out there available for him. might be through JJAP. And I'm also gonna impose a curfew. You're at home by 8 PM till 7 AM, Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week, sir. I don't want you out of the house past 8 PM unless you're working or a school activity, and you make sure probation knows where you're at, or if you're working, or if it's a school activity. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Stay in contact with your attorney. Anything else, OJ?
No, sir.
All right,
Nothing else.
that'll be the
Maybe-
judgment in court. Yes, thank you, Lily.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. OJ, we have one case left. It's 227 now. The attorney is, Mr. Bustos. It's on C 0579-24-8, State of Texas versus Jeanette Rocha San Miguel. She is present in the courtroom. You speak English, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Have you had any contact with him, OJ?
I have not, Your Honor.
Okay. It's 227. He is not logged in. We called earlier. They said they were going to log in, and we just called a few minutes ago and no response. That being the case, nothing.
No, the judge reduced this claim as well.
What is that? We're gonna go ahead and reset that one. Also have, and I don't see, also have, I apologize, there's actually one more. You can sit down, Ms. San Miguel. We also have Gildardo Tijerina. C 0644-24. I don't have the. He is present in the courtroom. That's Demo de la Fuente's client. And he is not logged on either. I'm sorry, C 0644-24-A, State of Texas versus Gildardo Tijerina. I don't
I
think,
haven't
have you had any
I haven't
contact?
heard from either, Judge.
All right. Well, then we'll just go ahead and notify those parties that we'll reset them for a later date then.
Thank you,
Because
Judge.
it's already 2:30 and nobody's logged on. All right, thank you.
Thank you. May I be excused, Judge?
Yes, sir. Thank you, OJ.
Thank you. Take care.
All right.